Hey guys, hey, it's your girl Star with Star Tarot. Long time no see. 2023 is now here, and there's a lot of interesting things going on in the world. But today, it's a very special message for you all. So I felt compelled to get on the channel today and deliver that. I don't know exactly what this message is going to be. I don't know who it's going to be for. Whoever clicks on this today, I strongly believe that you are led to this video for a reason. In my meditation, I am hearing things like renewal, repair. For some of you, this is all about getting your shit together expediently. All right, some of you have been very stagnant for a very long time, and I believe that this message that comes through is going to be the message that you've been waiting for. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, we're going to get into the opening message here. Let's see what Spirit has to say to whomever has clicked on this message today. What do they need to hear? What do they need to know? 2023 as it opens up. Ooh, let's see. Distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. This is very, very interesting. I knew that this was going to be an interesting reading. If you take a look, oh, there's two messages here. Let's look at this one first. If you look at this card here, this individual is running away from the storm, all right? Some of you can look at this as she's running away from the storm, but actually she's running to it. She's running away from the light that is behind her. All right, this is what some of you are doing. Some of you are running away from things that are hidden in the shadows. A lot of these things are simply you being afraid of your own shadow. And the message here that I'm already seeing opening up is that you can no longer be in fear. Some of you have very distorted desires. All right, you're thinking that the way to what you desire is in a certain direction, when actually you're thinking in the opposite. It's no longer in that old direction. It's no longer going down that old path. All right. Wow. You also got enough. You were born enough. And I think that for a lot of you, the reason why you are headed in a different direction, other than the direction that is purposed for you, is because you simply don't believe that you're enough, that you have enough. And that is simply not the truth. All right, so whoever this is resonating for, please go ahead and like this video, share how this is resonating for you. But let's go ahead and just dive a little deeper, okay? A little deeper. Let's get this storyline. All right. King of Cups, Ace of Cups. It's a very, very emotional time for a lot of you that are viewing this video. Some of you are running towards individuals in the King of Cups position that you believe are going to satisfy your desires. This could also be an opportunity or a job, something that represents what you truly truly desire. For some of you, though, the direction that you're going in, like I said before, is completely different than what the Ace of Cups has for you. The Ace of Cups is bringing you everything that you desire, as long as you are headed in the correct direction, as long as you are headed down the path that leads to your ultimate purpose. Some of you are going towards people and not going towards opportunities. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. Some of you are going outside of yourselves and showing other individuals or other people in your lives the love and the care that you need to be placing within yourself. Okay, so we're already starting to see that the opening message definitely has a lot to say. All right, so let's just talk about 2022 and everything before it, right? You know, we've experienced a lot of things in our childhood. We've transitioned from, for some of us, you know, it's the last decade has been a whirlwind. All right, I'm picking up intuitively that there is someone here that is in their 60s and is saying, I watched the world transition and I've had to start over and over and over again within all of these years, and I'm still not settled. I hear someone in their 30s that feels very lost and saying to themselves, I thought in my 20s I would have figured things out and would be more stable in my 30s. I'm hearing someone in their 40s saying that they're tired of the bullshit. All right, their 20s, 30s have left, and now they're feeling called. They're feeling pushed to do something very purposeful, but it's been a lot of shit, right? It's been a shit show. And this is what I'm seeing, but for some of you, it's the fact that you're not going after the things that you desire out of fear, out of being out of focus. Okay, your focus is on people, it's on material things, it's on a particular position. You're going way far away from what your true desires are or what you are ultimately purposed to do. Let's see. 8 of Wands. It's all about communication. Some of you haven't been real with yourself, haven't been real with others enough to say what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to happen. The other way that I'm looking at this is that for some of you, you've been so busy in your lives that you have missed or ignored what your soul purpose is, what it is, that intuitive side of you that's saying, go here, choose this, walk away from that, walk towards that. Some of you are missing the information coming to you. Some of you are so drained because you're allowing the communication from others to tell you what you should want, what you should do, what you should desire. Some of you have been listening to other people for so long that you can't even hear your own voice. Yeah. 2023 is definitely a year of healing, a year of No longer being able to point the finger and say, this person did that, this person said that, this person blocked me from having. It's all about you. See? Five of Pentacles. A lot of you feel like you are outside of the thing that you want. Some of you have been shunned or feel shunned, but a lot of you just going back to not feeling enough. Feeling like you don't have enough money. Feeling like you don't have enough resources. Feeling like you're ostracized or isolated from others. Seven of Wands in reverse. Some of you are not standing strong enough in your position. You're not defending your own purpose, your own desires, okay? This is what I'm seeing, y'all. This is what I'm seeing. This is why this was a very imperative message here. I felt very compelled to come on here and send this message. I can resonate fully with this because although I'm a very self-aware person, I'm always trying to do checks and balances as to, am I doing the right thing? And is my perspective the right perspective? But there comes a time where we allow people and situations to hold us back from what we know to be true within ourselves. There goes my deck, falling to the wind. All right, Five of Cups. Some of you are feeling very, very guilty. Guilty about not pursuing that thing. Guilty about not saying that thing or standing up for yourself. But there's a lot of guilt here. A lot of guilt here. A lot of time wasted. Ace of Swords. It's time for some clarity. Nine of Swords. A lot of you have been very, very worried. A lot of sleepless nights. A lot of nightmares. Telling you, speaking to you in the way that dreams do. That something is not right. Something is not aligned. Something's off balance. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been ignoring this or passing this off as happenstance or just another dream. But there's some real validity to the things that are going on around you. There's signals going on always, and we're not paying attention, all right? We're not paying attention to what the universe, our ancestors, Mother Nature, etc., etc. It's your spiritual team that has your back more than, people in the living here, all right? Judgment. Yeah. There's a judgment day here. 2023. You need to figure out the things that no longer serve you and let those go. The things that have worked in the past, the things that are currently working for you. Finding that gratitude and really holding on to those things, could be people, and allowing yourself to rise to the occasion, to accept that you are not alone, to accept that your desires do matter, to accept that your voice needs to be heard. It's time to place judgment within yourself to assess. This is about assessment. Assessing the things that work and do not work in your life. Assessing the people and the situations around you. To say, is this working? Does this align to what I want and what I need? And if not, it's time to say bye-bye. The Two of Cups in this is letting me know that some of you have been trying to negotiate. Negotiate in relationships. Negotiate your desires. Waiting for something or someone else to meet you halfway. This isn't about another person or another thing outside of you meeting you halfway. This is all about you. I'm hearing someone say, well, I've just been waiting for me to be able to afford that thing so that I could really do that thing. You know, this is not what this is about. This is about making excuses for not being able to, or not feeling like you're enough to, or telling yourself the lies that you don't have enough. I'm hearing the word charisma. Someone feels like they don't have enough charisma to do the thing that they desire. Whoever I'm talking to, yes, you need to get on that channel or that platform, or start to share your photos, to write your book, to show your art. All right? So let me know if you are hearing this message and if there's any alarms going on within you. I mean, how does that feel when I'm saying this to you? Are some of you feeling attacked? And if you are, that is because your soul is saying, bingo. If you are feeling like something is rising up and cheering, it's like finally your soul is like, okay, someone on the outside is listening. Because some of us are missing the mark here. And this is not only a message to you. This is also a message to myself. So just know that this isn't in criticism or judgment to you all. This is a wake-up call for the collective. And I am a part of that collective. So what do we desire, people? What are we holding back? What are we running away from that is the very thing that would bring light into our lives? Prayer. Some of you have been praying for a long time about something. Some of us need to go into prayer. All right. Some of you have maybe, for religious purposes. There could be someone here that has someone in their family that is very, very strong in their religion, and the thing that you are trying to pursue or do has nothing to do with that particular belief system, religion, etc. And this is what you fear. You fear straying away from what the rest of your friends or family are going to say. Someone here has a very, very strict Christian background, and that's okay. But is it okay if you no longer are a part of that belief system? Death. Okay, so when death comes up here, this is not speaking about a physical death. This is an emotional death. All right, some of you need to die to thyself, because the old paradigms have to die. They have to go. All right, so some of you are going through the dark night of the soul type of thing. You're very confused. You're very emotional. The things that you thought that you liked, you no longer like. Some of you are, experiencing headaches and ringing in the ears and up all night, and your sleeping and eating patterns have changed. Your body feels different. That's because you're shedding your old self. And so if you go with the process and you work with the process, it'll be a lot easier. It's when you're going against this process that you're feeling confused, less focused, okay? Your soul is speaking. Your soul is actually the catalyst to this change, because your soul ultimately knows what you desire and what you need to do. Your heart and your head sometimes will get you fucked up in the game. I better not do that. My mom might not like that. My friends will probably make fun of me. These types of things. Medicine woman. Yeah, this is all about getting the nourishment that you need. For some of you, this is about the food intake, the alcohol that you're drinking. Maybe some of you are consuming some type of drugs, but this is also about healing within yourself so that you feel better on the outside, so that you can call in and actually work with your desire to manifest something different. Some of you might be connected with nature in a way of plants or herbal medicine, but there is a call here to get that deep inner healing. Don't let another day, another month, another year go by and you not have fulfilled this. Some of you, you're like, it's 2023 and I'm still in the same position that I was in 2022, 2010. That's because you're not running towards what is calling you. You're running away from it. I tell you, I look back at my Facebook posts when they tell you, today, 3 years ago, this was your post, and this is how I use my social media. So for sure, I use it for positivity or things that make people think. But it also shows me it's almost like a diary, so to speak, because I've written these things or I have these milestones, and I'll look back and I'm like, okay, so I'm still feeling this way, or look how much I've grown from this. But if you're seeing this reoccurring pattern, it's time for some action in 2023. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be very, very transparent with you right now. When I look at, let's just say, we're going to use this platform for an example. My particular channel. When I started this, I did not think to start this to make money. I did not even think that anyone would ever be able to find me and to click on this channel. I felt called to do it. And I said, you know what, I am starting this new journey. I'm going to listen to what the universe is saying. And, I got on here just to see what happens when you listen to your inner self, when you're listening to what the universe has to say for you, when you feel called to do something. And it just took a life of its own in a very easy, seamless, very quick way. I didn't have to spend a lot of money. I didn't have to fight anyone. I didn't have to wait for anyone's approval. All I needed to do was just be present and just show up. And that's all I did. But there was a couple of times where when I saw my channel growing, I was in fear of what some of my friends or family would say about me even having this channel and doing what I'm doing on this channel. I also knew that I had a responsibility, right? Because in my mind, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So like consistency is key. And then I felt like this is what I was meant to do. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just meant to be on YouTube day in, day out, and this is what it's going to be. And, take my clients that I obtain and read for them. And although I knew that is what my purpose was, it scared me a little bit because it was totally different than what I would ever think that I would be doing. And so I would get this momentum and then I would pull back. I would get distracted. I would start to second guess myself. I was doing all these things because I too was running away from what I was purposed to do. I mean, like, how would I really be able to explain that this is what I'm purposed to do, right? So I was really concerned about that internally and externally when it comes to, friends and family. So I held back, I got distracted quite a few times. And I look back now and I'm like, do you know how far along I could have been? Do you know how much I could have done with my channel? I could have really accomplished a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish on this channel. But I allowed myself to get easily distracted. I let self-doubt in. I let a lot of negative things stop me from what I was purposed to do. I was just like this young lady here, right? Something definitely was working, and I definitely felt like I was in the right place, but I'm running in the opposite direction. And this is what a lot of us are doing right now. But 2023 is going to shed that light. And so if you are running towards the wrong thing, I'm going to prepare you that there is going to be a light that shines right back at you that says, you're going the wrong way. Turn around. You're not going to have those excuses anymore. You're not going to have the ability to continuously go in the wrong direction, because let me tell you this, you're going to get checked. You're going to get a universal check to where either your body starts to break down and you no longer can run. There's going to be people in your life that are pulling at you to say, hey, what is it that you're really doing here? So if you think that you could kind of like, well, if I don't say, no, people are going to say, you know what? I want to know what you're thinking. And you're not going to be able to hide it anymore. They're going to crack you open. Whoever this message is for, the universe, your friends, your family, you're going to be in that spotlight, on spot, on site, and you're going to have to answer why you're going into the wrong direction. All right? However those conversations are going to go, you're going to get displaced out of this comfortability that you've been hiding in. You're going to be brought out of the shadows. And let me tell you what, if you are hiding, there is going to be something that's scarier than the fear of not walking in your purpose, not saying what you need to say, not using your voice. There is going to be something scarier behind you, and that's called failure. Self-imposed failure, self-sabotage, however you want to look at it. It's going to be like the boogeyman, and it's going to be standing right behind you. And that is going to be scarier than you facing yourself. I'm just here to tell you. The card that comes out is growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Yeah, this is about growing. A lot of you say, oh yeah, I want to do these things, I want to grow. In order for you to grow, you have to become very self-aware. All right, very self-aware of what it is that you want. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she said she was watching something here on YouTube, and the question was, what do you want? Have you ever just sat there and thought about what you want, what you really want? And I asked somebody this question, and the way that I asked is, what would you like your life to look like? Like, just run it down from the moment that you wake up till you go to bed. And instantly the person was like, well, I would like to start my day at like 9 o'clock, but I can't start it that late because I'm not asking you about what your life is now. I'm not asking you about the things that are hindering you in your life now. I'm asking you, if you could have it your way, what would your life look like? And that's what we do. We go right into the I can't have, he or she needs, I won't be able to do it. We have got to stretch ourselves in 2023. In 2023. And let's just take a look at, if you are here still listening to this message, all right, let's see what are the possibilities for us in 2023 if we run to, not away, January comes out, all right? This is the time. This is the time, right? This is confirmation. This is January 2023 as I'm recording this. Now is the time. Let's see what could come for us if we would get out of fear and run towards that thing. Waiting for news, package, or letter. Yeah, some of you are just like this perched bird. Some of you are waiting for good news. Some of you are waiting for a package, a letter, etc. The news is coming. But there are forces working against you. And for a lot of you, it's you. I'm going to just be real honest with you. Some of you, it's the people that you have around you. Some of you have experienced the red flags. Some of you know exactly what people are doing. But if you allow these people, if you allow this situation, you're the problem, okay? They might try to work against you, but if you allow them to, you're the problem. See, ink pot, problems to be solved. There's a lot of problems to be solved here. And it's imperative that you do it in January, okay, collective? It's very imperative. You're going to wake up and it's going to be March. You're going to wake up again and it's going to be June. You're going to wake up again and it's going to be December 2023 going into January 2024. Are we going to be sitting here discussing the same thing? Is this what we're going to do? No, I won't. And I don't want that for you either. Success assured with good plans and hard work. See, this is what's trying to come in. For some of you, a distant friend is thinking of you. Yeah, for some of you, there is someone here. This could be an ancestor. This could be someone that is here in the physical, that is thinking of you. But what I hear here is that, like we said with this Judgment card, there are people that you may have put on the back burner for other people. Maybe you got too busy. Maybe you're involved in a relationship and it's taking up all your time. There are people, or there is a person, for whoever this is for, there is someone that is thinking of you. For others of you, this is the non-physical. All right, someone is thinking of you, and then from the non-physical, and they want to see you succeed. All right, they want to see you be able to resolve your problems. I'm going to pull one more of these cards here. I think 2 came out. Disappointment in some affair. Some of you need to cut some shit out of your life. Some of you are so disappointed, all right? For some of you, this is disappointment. Some of you are disappointed in yourselves. Romance, celebration, and party. We have some things that want to come in here, all right? But they can't come in without growth. unless you go through the process of shedding the layers, placing judgment on the things that no longer serve you, honing into the things from your past that you can bring into the present and carry into the future that will be positive. For some of you, you need to mend a friendship here with someone. Someone has left someone in the dust. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull I'm being led to pull something else here. These readings are not always, sparkles, rainbows, It's all about growth here. This is a healing space. And you can't heal it unless you feel it. And this is where we're at in 2023. Let's heal it, move on, and let's celebrate. This is all about getting past the problems, running to your desires, and being able to celebrate the success that is trying to come through for you. Deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, be held. It's a beautiful card. Yeah. Some of you, just like with this medicine woman, some of you need a moment to retreat, some time alone, rest. Some of you are just in autopilot. You're just going. It's time to get that inner healing, okay? Definitely time for some inner healing. And speaking of healing, I'm going to pull from one of my favorite decks that I typically just use for myself. It's the Healing Not Broken deck. I stumbled upon this a few years ago from a young lady that illustrates her own decks. And this deck was the deck that, even before I got it in my hands, that really, really changed the game for me in my healing process. I was broken open so that I could fully heal. I was allowing myself to hold back from certain aspects of my past that needed to be exposed. And this deck gave me the courage to do that. So I'm going to bring that out today because I feel like there's some healing that needs to be done. And we're going to see what this message is, because this is all about this special message for you all, for us all as the collective. And I'm hanging on to every word. So this, again, is not about me placing judgment on you. This is a wake-up call. A wake-up call here. All right, it says, today, make a playlist of your go-to jams. The ones that make you turn the volume up in the car. Yeah, to keep things off my mind. Yeah, some of you have to start. This card for me isn't just so much about bringing your, getting all your music out and blasting it. It's about vibrating higher. It's about, the same concept of stop and smell the roses, like on this card here. She's picking up the roses, the flowers, and she's taking that time to stop and smell and really embrace. But it's time to lift those vibrations. And if you look at this is like the cassette from like the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, some of us need to go back to the basics, but the thing here is that it's time to spend some time alone. It's time to vibe higher. It's time to feel some things. And I always say that music for me is like a time machine. It can literally bring you back to a certain time in your life. So music for me is the ultimate time machine. It's the only thing that can bring you back to a point in time in your life. and you could really remember how you felt when you heard that song or when you listened to that type of music. And I really think that for patients that have Alzheimer's disease, I don't even know if they're doing this, but I think that it would be very, very useful to bring some music to them, music of their time, of their, most happy moments, or times in their life that that their family would want them to remember. I believe that music has a major healing effect. I know that it has for me. I know that there's others, but I would absolutely suggest that. But we're going to get one more healing message here. If so far you've never been on my channel, but you like what I do here, please go ahead and subscribe, like the channel, all that good stuff. Please feel free to leave a comment if you want to share. I read every single comment. All right, so this is the message. It says, like wildflowers, you must allow yourself to grow. Wow, here we go. It says, in all of the places people thought you never would. This is so appropriate because, we talked about growth. We talked about people being very critical of the things that you're trying to do. And this message says that you must allow yourself to grow in all of the places people thought you never would. All right? And are you that person? Did you think that you never would or never could grow in certain areas of your life? So this is the message here. I'm going to pull one more message that will end this reading. But this is the postcard from the Spirit. This is for someone out there, for several of you. We're pulling in your ancestors. We're pulling in loved ones from the other side. We're calling in your angels to give you this ending message that will bring this all the way home for you, okay? Let's see what that message is for the collective. Oh, there it goes, too. Okay. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself. My, is this not in conjunction to what we're talking about? And it says, and the world. So, to get the answers you seek, you must get valuable. No, let's go back. Let's go back, y'all. I'm getting so excited to get this message out. I'm going to start again from the top. And I'll tell you what, I've learned a lot, because back in the day when I would record, I would just throw this whole reading out and be like, nope, I'm not even going to use this. But I'm going to go back. Okay. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure their stories you are proud of. Genuinely loving fan club. Okay? This is the message. And if we're calling on those that came before us, calling on the non physical, they would know better than us, right? And so let that be a message to you today. And make those appropriate self adjustments so that you can grow and you can move forward and you can accomplish. Because success is assured to those that put in the self work. So I'm going to leave this here. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that this gave clarity to some of you. If you are looking for a personal reading, or if you are looking for some type of life coaching, go ahead and email me. That information is down below. It's healingtarot1111@gmail.com. I will be doing some more readings tonight, and I do have a video that I want to put up. It's all about my spiritual journey, and I do have some questions that I want you guys to look at for yourselves towards the end. So if you are interested in that video, please let me know if you care to even hear it. If you don't, or if I see more people are like, yeah, I want to see it, I want to hear it, then I'll go ahead and put it up. But again, this is all about you and your journey, but I do think that, my story might be something that resonates with someone, or, maybe many people out there. So till next time, guys, please, please be more self-aware and let your desires be known. You deserve it. You are valuable. And 2023 is here to expose not just all of the things that are going on in the world, but they're there to expose what's inside of you as well. So be ready, be prepared. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.